Good evening, everyone. I wanted to start our discussion tonight with a question. Have you ever felt like there was someone or something looking out for you even when you didn't see anything? Many people in this world are on a spiritual path. Whether they have a specific religion or not, they strive to live according to higher principles of love, compassion, kindness, and service to others. These people often feel a sense of peace, purpose, and connection to something greater than themselves. But what they may not realize is that their spiritual devotion is not going unnoticed. All around us in the unseen realms, there are beings and energies that exist on higher vibrational frequencies. Entities like angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters are constantly monitoring the activities here in the physical world and working tirelessly to support humanity's evolution. Their role is to protect, guide, and empower those individuals whose light is shining brightest. So for all you spiritual people in the audience tonight, I want you to know that you have a team of helpers in the invisible realms who are rooting for your success and intervening on your behalf whenever possible. You are not alone on your journey. Even when it seems that no one understands you or cares about your well-being, just know that many hands from the higher realms are working day and night to ensure you stay safe, learn your lessons, and fulfill your divine purpose here. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. This all sounds like a fairy tale. How can we really know if unseen beings are truly watching over and assisting humanity? Well, let me share with you some insights I've gained over the years that help validate this notion. First of all, belief in angels, spirit guides, and other non-physical beings is not a new or fringe idea. It has existed in almost every major world religion and ancient tradition throughout history. The Bible is filled with references to angelic messengers appearing to important figures. Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, and many indigenous cultures all incorporate the concept of celestial entities interacting with humans. So the idea of subtle helpers in the unseen realms is something our ancestors universally accepted as real. Secondly, modern near-death experiences support the validity of these beings. Countless people who have clinically died and been revived later report encountering angelic presences who guide them through transitions and protect them from harm. They often return with profound insights into dimensions beyond our normal perceptions. Their consistency shows the reality of this subtle realm. Third, we now have advanced technologies like Kirlian photography, thermography, and radiesthesia that allow us to scientifically analyze energy fields and auras. These consistently capture emanations around people that suggest non-physical presences interacting with and influencing individuals in positive ways. While the technologies don't prove angels explicitly, they do empirically demonstrate human biofields interacting with seemingly invisible sources. Fourth, spiritual masters through the ages all describe regular communications with ascended guides who counsel and mentor them. These guides provide accurate information the masters could not know through normal means, and sometimes perform paranormal feats to validate themselves. Logically, not all these masters can be delusional or lying. Something beyond normal perception must be at work. Fifth, open-minded scientists are now exploring possibilities like quantum entanglement that show how physical and non-physical realms may interact in ways we do not yet fully understand. Pioneers like Amit Goswami theorize that consciousness itself may exist beyond space and time and be able to influence matter. While the mechanics remain unclear, these theories suggest subtle forces could act in our world in as yet undiscovered ways. So in summary, the evidence from history, modern experiences, empirical technologies, spiritual teachings, and emerging science all point to the likelihood that advanced, non-physical beings do closely monitor our world and participate in uplifting humanity's evolution. But how exactly do they provide protection and guidance? Let me share a few insights into their methods of operation. Angels and spirit guides do not typically overtly intervene or take direct actions for people. Their role is to support free will and the natural law of karma rather than override it. So they work in very subtle, sometimes imperceptible ways to gently nudge outcomes in a positive or safe direction. Some common techniques they employ include influencing thoughts, emotions, and decision-making of individuals who can direct events. For example, inspiring someone helpful to take an intuitive action that assists another. Manipulating probabilities through the quantum field, shifting chance occurrences or synchronistic meetings, events, just enough to avert danger or open beneficial opportunities. Shielding subtle energy bodies from harm, forming protective spheres of light around the aura, mental emotional bodies of sensitive or important people. Using premonition or intuition. Warnings in dreams, signs allow kind-hearted souls to avoid risky situations or help those in need proactively. Cycling karma in optimal ways, helping lessons be learned through only minor bumps in the road rather than major disasters. Timing challenges for maximum growth, enhancing innate gifts, talents, amplifying someone's natural abilities, creativity, or insights at fortuitous moments, catalyzing their purpose into manifestation, empowering messages of guidance, inspirations, downloads of wisdom or knowledge imparted through synchronistic books/people, affirming one's divine assignment, soothing emotions, calming fears, anxieties, or depressions through intensified feelings of peace, hope, and joy at pivotal times. So in essence, they work with very gentle, nuanced techniques to maintain free will, while maximizing chances for well-being, happiness, and the fulfillment of spiritual destinies here. Their methods stay invisible, but their impact can still be profound for those who embrace life's opportunities and challenges with openness, courage, and compassion. Now I want to share with you some true stories of divine happenstances I've directly observed or people close to me experienced that seem to clearly demonstrate angelic assistance in times of need. A friend of mine named Susan was once driving on the highway when suddenly her engine began sputtering and died. She pulled over to the shoulder and tried restarting it many times without success. It was late at night in a somewhat remote area, and her phone battery was drained, so she could not call for help. Feeling fearful and vulnerable sitting by the road in the dark, she closed her eyes and breathed a prayer for guidance. Within moments, a car pulled up behind hers with its hazard lights flashing. A man emerged and asked if she needed assistance. Turns out he was a certified mechanic who happened to have an extra gas can and battery charger in his trunk. He got her vehicle started and followed her a short way to ensure she could make it safely to the next exit, then disappeared into the night before she could properly thank him. A friend named David was once stranded overnight in a remote national park during a snowstorm after getting lost on the trails as darkness fell. Rescue teams could not find him in the blizzard, and he was certain he would freeze or starve. Exhausted, hungry, and wet, he sat leaning against a tree praying for help when a large golden retriever appeared seemingly out of nowhere and laid down beside him, sharing its body heat through the night. In the morning, when the snow cleared, the dog led David directly back to the trailhead parking area where search and rescue was just arriving. Neither David nor the rangers ever saw where the dog came from or where it went afterwards. When I was younger, I was mugged late one night walking home alone through a dangerous area. 3 guys surrounded me, demanding my wallet and phone at knife point. Terrified, I blurted out a prayer in my head for protection. In that instant, the largest, fiercest Rottweiler I've ever seen came charging out of an alleyway and flew straight at the attackers. It didn't bite, but snarled with such rage that the men scattered instantly. As soon as they left, the dog calmly came over to me, nuzzled my hand for a few moments, then slipped back into the dark alley from which it had appeared. So these are just a sampling of true stories from people I care about that seem so perfectly timed and precisely helpful that it's hard to dismiss the hand of divine guardians at work protecting the innocent. Coincidences can happen, but what are the chances of rescue occurring exactly when and how it was needed with no other explanation? I believe our unseen allies have creative ways to maintain free will, while still ensuring lightworkers take the steps to fulfill their destinies on Earth. This concept becomes even more compelling when we think about those who devote their whole lives to bettering humanity. People like Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, and other peacemakers who faced immense dangers and obstacles but managed to persevere against all odds. If beings exist to empower righteousness, who better to champion than the world's foremost champions of truth, love, and social justice? I'm convinced these masters had enhanced divine assistance for the crucial missions they undertook. So in closing, let me encourage any spiritual seekers here today not to lose faith or courage on your path, no matter the challenges that arise. Know with confidence that you have unseen backup every step of the way, even if you can't perceive it directly. Angels and guides are standing in the wings working on your behalf in accordance with natural law. Have faith that opportunities will come, people will support you, and lessons will be ideally timed. Your safety and success are not left to chance. Higher intelligences are watching over you and helping to clear your path so you can shining your light to the world. Remember, you are never alone even when it feels that way. With gratitude and perseverance, keep moving forward towards your highest destiny.